The Anatomy of Money and Financial Freedom. And today we'll be looking at the second aspect of the preamble that I have for this program. Second aspect of the preamble I have for this program. It is important to state that having a good understanding of what money is important for you to be able to make money and be financially free in life. Having a good understanding of what money is. Please know that the paper in your hand is a currency. It's not money. Rather, you can describe it as the lowest expression of money. Know that money is universal, but currency in your hand is local or national or regional, like euro or dollar or pounds or naira. So if you think that this paper in your hand is money, you'll be busy pursuing the paper as the essence of money or the real money. The goal of this program, therefore, is to help you to begin to focus on real money. So we'll continue from where we left off last week. Today we'll be looking at the mindset that keep you broke. Preamble number 2 is the mindset that keep people broke. The mindset that keep people broke. Number 1, start working on how to be rich tomorrow. Start working on how to be rich tomorrow. That's called procrastination. You have learned about something you could have started working on today, but you choose to start doing it tomorrow. Procrastination is called procrastination. Doing what you could have done today, tomorrow. Another mindset that keeps people broke. Reading many books and doing nothing about it. Reading many books and doing something about it. People have attended seminars, listened to different programs, read different books, but they don't do anything about it. Still similar to the first one, which involves procrastinating. What you are supposed to do today, you decide to do it tomorrow. Reading many books and doing nothing about it. Some people have so many books, they've attended so many seminars, but ask how many of those things that they've learned or read are they practicing? Maybe none. Maybe none. Why? That's a mindset. A mindset. The mindset that keeps people broke. So reading to develop your mind and refusing to apply what you have read, going to seminar to develop your mind and refusing to apply what you have learned at the seminar is what keeps people broke. So we've shared some things last week. We're sharing some things again this week. What are you doing about what you are learning? Remember I said last week, nothing will work until you do the work. Nothing will work until you do the work. If you don't do something about what you are learning, nothing will work. Nothing will work. For you to be an engineer, you learn about engineering. For you to be a doctor, you learn about medicine. For you to be an attorney, you learn about law. For you to be able to make money, you must learn about money and put what you are learning into practice. You must learn about money and put what you are learning into practice. You must learn about money and put what you are learning into practice. So it's not enough to learn, but more importantly is that what you have learned, you are able to practicalize it. Why? Because nothing will work until you do the work. Nothing will change until you change. Number 3, taking advice from poor people like you. So, for example, I want to be financially free, but people advising me are like me. How can you be taking advice from people that are like you? You can't be taking advice from people that are like you. You have to take advice from people that you want to be like. You have to take advice from people you want to be like, not people that are like you. Let me tell you. If you want to be a millionaire, you must have millionaire friends in your circle. You want to be a billionaire, you must have billionaire in your circle. You must have people making that kind of money around. There is a way, the way they think rub off on you. If all your friends are at your level or they are actually lower than you, you might have to change your friend or at least get some new friends. Get some new friends. You cannot be taking advice from people that are like you. In this year, 2023, you might need to clean your environment of people like you. I'm not saying you should stop being their friend. I'm saying spend less time with them. Spend more time listening to people you want to be like. Iron sharpened iron. Iron sharpened iron. Iron sharpened iron. Iron sharpened iron. Be around people you want to be like. If you are broke, you can't have brokes as friends. Not because you don't love them, but because of where you are going. Because of where you are going. There is a thinking that makes you to behave the way you behave, to live the way you live, to act the way you like. There is a thinking. You see that thinking that makes you behave the way you behave. You see that thinking that makes you to act the way you act. You see that thinking to make you to be the way you are. That thinking have to change. That's why you have to rub mind with people so that you can see the way millionaires, billionaires think. You can see the way they think, and then it rub off on you. It's important that you know that you cannot rise above the level of thinking of people who advise you, because where they are is the outcome and the result of their knowledge. The way where they are today, that is the outcome of their wisdom. If you don't like where they are today, that is where their wisdom has taken them. You need a better wisdom. You need a better wisdom. You need a better wisdom. So if those advising you are like you, then you can't rise above their level. You can't rise above their level. You cannot rise above their level. Number 4, fail once and quit forever. Fail once and quit forever. You try the business once, it failed. You try to invest once, it failed. You try to do it once, it failed. Because you did it once and it failed, you refuse to do it again. That is a poverty mindset. Because you see yourself as a failure, because you fail in an endeavor. This is a mindset that keeps people poor, ladies and gentlemen. Because you must be willing to take some risk. Calculated risk, I must say, but you must take risk. This life is designed for those that can stay committed to a cause for them to excel. If you easily get discouraged, then you will stay broke. If you easily get discouraged, then you stay broke. Please know that failure is a necessary experience on your path to financial breakthrough in this life. Failure is a necessary experience on your path to financial breakthrough in this life. And the reason why that is necessary is because you have not walked on that road before. So you will stumble. You will make some mistake. But the beauty of those mistakes is that they make you wiser. The beauty of those mistakes is that they make you wiser. thinking that world is fair, thinking that the world is fair is a wrong way to think. That's number 5. Thinking that the world is fair. Thinking that the world is fair. Please know that the world is not fair because the whole world lies in wickedness. So don't expect them to be fair to you. So you must mitigate against your risk. Because the world will not always be fair to you, you must learn to mitigate against your risk. You must take risk, but you must mitigate against your risk. Number 6, blaming your circumstances and complaining about things you can't control. Blaming your circumstances. Remember, we're discussing mindset that keep people poor. Mindset that keep people poor. Blaming your circumstances and complaining about things you can't control. Complaining about things that you can't control. You should rather focus on what you can control rather than worry about what you can't control. For example, you need to go out, it's raining. You can't control the rain, but you can prevent the rain from making you wet by using an umbrella. So having an umbrella can make you to still go in that rain with minimal impact of the rain on you. You have control about how much you get wet with the rain. You have control over that. Focus on that thing you have control over. Don't say, it's raining, that's why I can't go. Why are you complaining about what you don't have control over? Why are you not focusing on what you can control? Oh, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is bad. Oh, look, I said this last week. Nigeria is bad, but the opportunity in Nigeria is huge. Unfortunately, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. Unfortunately, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. The essence of this kind of program is to help you develop your mind so you can begin to see correctly. The essence of this kind of program is to help you develop your mind so you can begin to see correctly. Because you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. The reason why you think there's no opportunity in Nigeria is because of what you see. If all you see is what you see, essentially you are blind. If all you see is what you see, essentially you are blind. There is so much more than meet the eye. Remember, we talked about where money hide last week. If you see problem, you now know that money hide in problem. So you don't see problem as problem, you see problem as opportunity because you know that money hide in problem. Blaming your circumstances and complaining about things you can't control. Number 7, waiting and praying for God to do everything. Waiting and praying for God to do everything. If you see the way some people pray, if God answered that prayer, they themselves will run away. Because they're literally praying that God will come and put the food in their mouth. That's the way they pray. That God will come and feed them. Please know that God will never do for you. Please know this. It's called the law of personal responsibility. God will never do for you what he has given you the intellect and the power to do for yourself. So you must always ask at every point in time, you are faced with a challenge, which one can you do by yourself? So that when you are praying, you focus on the one God will do. But there is a part of it that you can do. Sometimes your prayer might be for God to give you a direction to lead you in the way to go, not for him to come and do what you are supposed to do. He will never do for you what he has given the intellect to do for yourself. If he does it for you, it's because you can't do it yourself. If you can do it yourself, he won't do it because you have to do it, because that's why he gave you the brain. As Christians, many people hang their brain. They don't use it. They hang it in the sense that they don't use it. They want God to do the thinking for them. God has given you power to get wealth. So you have to do, what you have to do is to ensure that you identify those powers. Like opportunity is a power. Network is a power. Relationship is a power. Skill is a power. He has given you the power to get wealth. But many are not looking for that power he has given them to get wealth. Your gift is a power. Your talent is a power. Relationship you have in your life is a power. He has given you power to get wealth. He has given you power to get wealth. So your job is look for that power and deploy it accordingly. Number 8, expect others to save or help you to get rich. Expecting others to come and help you to get rich. Expecting others to come and help you to get rich. Expecting others to come and help you to get rich. Please do not wait for others to come and help you, to come and save you, because you do not know what everyone is dealing with in their various lives. You don't know what they are dealing with. Don't wait for someone to come and help you, because you can do it yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have an idea of how much is within you. And now you can position yourself and prepare adequately for you to attract that which you want. Someone said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work, the luckier I get. Because he has positioned himself. When the opportunity shows up, is very, very ready to take advantage of the opportunity. Very, very ready to take advantage of the opportunity. When you say someone is lucky, it is opportunity meet preparation. See, someone is lucky, it is opportunity meet preparation. Someone is lucky, it is opportunity meet preparation. If he was not prepared, even though the opportunity show, he won't be able to take advantage of it. There are a lot of opportunity around you that you can't take advantage of because you are not prepared to take advantage of the opportunity. Number 8, expecting others to come and help you to get rich. Nobody will do it for you. The essence of this seminar is to equip you with information so you can do it yourself. Number 9, we are discussing, for those just joining, this is preamble number 2, and we are discussing the mindset that keep people poor. Valuing the opinion of others about you. You are valuing opinions of others about you, and you are valuing it more than your own opinion or God's opinion about you. Valuing what people say about you, particularly the negative, you think about it. They said I'm this. The teacher said I'm this. My friend said I'm this. And you're placing a lot of premium on that, rather than painting the picture of your future from the scripture. You're painting the picture of your future from what someone has said, which is not in your favor, but you are thinking about it anyway. It's disturbing you anyway. Instead of allowing what God has said about you to be the truth that you believe. The fact that you are more than able, you can do all things, but you value the opinion of others about you. You say, why are you like this? You can never make it, oh. In fact, you have a problem. You can't do this. You can't do that. And you believe it. And you meditate on it. You're thinking about it. Worrying about it. Placing a premium on the opinion of others about you. Number 10, avoiding any form of discomfort. Some people are working, but where they are working, they know they are not supposed to be there. They know that I'm not supposed to be here. Why? They don't treat you well. It's a very terrible place. You are not learning anything. You are not getting better. It's more like a waste of time. But because they pay something at the end of the month, you are not happy with yourself. You are not enjoying yourself. You are very miserable. But because you are avoiding the discomfort, of probably looking for another job or starting a business or doing other things for yourself, avoiding any form of discomfort. Many people tend to avoid anything that change their comfort zone, anything that can cause discomfort in their lives, like staying up to read, going for seminar, learning something new is not what they want to do at all. They are okay with their comfort zone. They don't want any disruption. This is what keeps them broke. So I tell them, wherever you work, you will live there one day, either voluntarily or compulsorily, by retirement, retrenchment, by retirement, by retrenchment, or resignation. You are going to leave. You are going to leave. Because you are going to leave, you should always have something else by the side. Something else by the side. You know, by virtue of my work, I deal with a lot of retirees. They will tell me daily, I'm about to retire, I've retired, I'm looking for something I can do when I retire. And he's already in his 60s, about to retire, and he's just thinking about what he will do. And I'm asking myself, you mean you've been working for 35 years and you did not think of afterlife? After retirement? It's amazing. It's because he doesn't want to leave his comfort zone. Some people don't want to lose money at all. It's better you lose money where you are working, because there's salary at the end of the month. So even if you lose the money, you know that one's going without the money. But you will have learned. You will have learned. So you will have even started doing something while you're working, rather than starting it now that you have left and all your retirement savings, you go and lose it. Because they don't want discomfort. They can't afford to lose money. Some people cannot afford to lose. They can afford to lose money. You know, maybe one of these days I'm going to share with you one of my experience in the last 13 years that I've left paid employment. You don't have an idea of some of the challenges you face as human, but what I've realized is that it makes you better, it toughens you. If you don't want to lose money, you definitely will not be able to invest or do business. Because in investing and doing business, there is a chance of losing money, not because you did anything wrong, but because COVID happened and you never planned for COVID. Something just happened out of the blues. You never planned for. So people are very okay with their comfort zone. They don't want disruption. Unfortunately for them, retirement, retrenchment, of compulsive resignation, we make them to compulsorily become disrupted. Number 11, tolerating mediocrity from yourself and from others. Tolerating mediocrity from yourself and from others. Tolerating mediocrity from yourself and from others. You know, like I said the other time, if your best friend are mediocres, if they tolerate mediocrity, it will rub off on you. It will rub off on you. Like I said, you can't be broke and your friends are broke. That's double broke. You can't. You can't be broke and your friends are broke. You want to be a millionaire? Your friends have to be millionaire. You want to be a billionaire? Your friends have to be. You must have friends. You must have people you have working, talking relationship with who are where you want to be. So you have a mental picture of the kind of future you desire. And do not tolerate mediocrity. Because those people, the reason why they are where they are is because they are not mediocres. Do not tolerate mediocrity. Don't tolerate mediocrity. Don't give yourself, you know, when my colleague give excuse, I always define for them excuse. Excuse are building block. Excuses are building blocks for the house of failure. Excuses are building blocks for the house of failure. Please don't live your life with excuses. Excuses are building block for the house of failure. Do not live your life with excuses. Don't give yourself excuse. I want to finish something now. You stay with it and finish it. Don't give excuse. Avoid giving excuses. Avoid giving excuses. Give your best. Give it your best shot. Avoid giving excuses. Don't tolerate mediocrity in your life and life of others. I don't like people giving me excuses. I don't like it. When I know someone give excuses, if he works with me, I know what to do. But if he doesn't work with me, I don't have control. I don't have a way to get him to do what he needs to do. I'll just leave him. But if I have a way to get him to do it, I will ensure he does what he has to do. Or we have to part ways. Why? Because you can't be giving excuses. How can you be giving excuses? You're supposed to do something you didn't do, you're giving an excuse. How can you be giving an excuse? You cannot give an excuse. You must make up your mind that you will not give excuse. Because even dead body will give excuse. Arriving late at the church program for the dead body. Everybody have excuse, there's traffic. You know, sometimes my colleague will tell me there's traffic in Lagos. I'm telling him, are you new in Lagos? How can you tell me there's traffic? That's why you came late. You can't come late because of traffic. You should have factored that in now. I leave house. I work for myself. And I leave the house before 7. You, and I will drive. And you are not going to drive. You're going to have transport. And you're leaving house past 7. And you're saying there's traffic. Which kind of excuse is that? Can you imagine? He's leaving farther than me. He's going to enter public transport. He's not leaving the house early. And he's saying he's scared of traffic. What kind of traffic is that? For me, it's not the issue that you came late is the issue. The issue is the attitude. Remember, we're discussing mindset today. There is a mindset many of us grew up with that keep us where we are. It doesn't make us to be able to aspire for more, to be able to get more, because it's a mindset thing. And that mindset keeps you poor. Tolerating mediocrity. Tolerating mediocrity. Tolerating mediocrity is as a matter of fact, this is a big problem among many Christians. They do not want more from life because of the deception of contentment. And this is hindering them from achieving their full potential. You know, when a Christian tells me, I want to be contented, I don't need more than this, I don't need more than that. You know what I see when they talk? I see selfishness. Because he's thinking only of himself. So he's not stretching himself to be his best, to be a blessing to the world. He's thinking only of himself. If you are contented as Christian, and that's why you're not putting a lot of effort because you can afford everything you want, you are comfortable, that is selfishness. That is selfishness. Because you're not thinking of others. It's a very bad way to live. That as you're thinking of growing your earnings, it's all about you. It is not all about you. It's 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 not all about you. When a Christian is contented because he can pay his bill, that is a great example of a selfish Christian. Very selfish Christian. Who is only thinking of himself. Who is not thinking of how to be a blessing to others. He's not striving for excellence in life and in all that he does. He's only thinking of himself. So he becomes a mediocre. He can make more, he can do more, but no, I don't need more. I'm contented. I don't need more. He will even quote scripture. Love of money is the root of all evil. He will quote scripture. Money is the root of all evil. Money, not love of money. Money. Even though the scripture is love of money. Number 12. Make promises and break the promises you make to yourself and to others. Remember I said number 2 was attend a seminar like this and doing nothing about it. So because of that, you have promised yourself that, okay, what I'm learning today, I'll begin to do something about it. But you still break that promise you make to yourself and to others. When you do this, you damage your credibility and character. Please note that all these are intangible money that are needed to attract the tangible money to your life. You told yourself, I'm going to read a book this month about money. If there's any area of life you want to develop yourself, you must listen to seminar and read a book on that area. You must read a book on that area, attend seminars on that area. You made that promise to yourself, but you broke it. You broke it. You could not, you can't even keep to the promise you made to yourself. A very terrible mindset. Because you won't be able to read. Just know, where you are today in your life, that is the size of your wisdom. Wherever you are today in your life, that is the size of your wisdom. Wherever you are today in your life, in your career, in your journey, in your finance, that is the level of your wisdom. And that is okay. What you must do is to now acquire more knowledge and apply it as a wise man, as a wise woman. Apply it. Apply it. Get more understanding. He said, get wisdom. And in all thy getting, get understanding. Get wisdom. And in all thy getting, get understanding. Number 13, waiting for the perfect condition. Waiting is a mindset that keeps people poor. There will never be a perfect time. Never. There will never be a perfect time. The perfect time is today. Planning to become financially free tomorrow? No, today. As we finish this seminar, put pen to paper, what will you begin to do differently? What are you doing wrong that you need to correct immediately? Put pen to paper. Take action. Take action. Take action. Take action. Procrastination is the challenge of many. They want to do something? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next. Just keep postponing and giving different excuses. Waiting for the perfect time. This is the reason why many people are not able to save. They are not able to save. And hence, they are not able to invest. They say, what I'm earning is not enough. So they can't save because it's not enough. It will never be enough. If you are earning 20K as a copper, 30K or 33K, how much, and you can't save as a copper, 33K, the day you earn 300,000, you won't be able to save. Because it's not the amount, it's the culture. And I will talk a lot about saving later on in another session. It's not the amount, it's the culture. It's the culture of putting something aside for the future. Someone say, if you don't save, you are not safe. If you don't save money, you are not safe. In fact, someone recommended you should always, at any point in time, have 6-month expenses save up somewhere. So that if COVID hit, or you need to change job, or you have to leave your job and look for another, can you survive for 6 months without salary? That is the essence of saving. You should be able to survive 6 months without salary because you have savings to take care of you. You have investment to take care of you. If you are not saving, you are not safe. You are not safe. This is even why many have not changed their job or even start doing their own business, because they want the perfect condition. Please note that there will be never a perfect time or perfect condition. For you to start what you need to start, there will be never a perfect time or perfect condition for you to start what you need to start. There will be never a perfect time or perfect condition for you to start what you need to start. Never a perfect time or perfect condition. Just start anyway, anyhow. Start. Number 14, prioritize looking rich than being rich. Prioritize looking rich than being rich. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. This is prioritizing looking rich to the outside world rather than working to becoming rich in the real sense of the word. inside you. This is also a sign that you value the opinion of others about yourself than your own opinion, because you are doing what you are doing because of them. Someone said, I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. So that means the way I think of myself is not even the way I am. It's not the way people think I am. It's the way I think they think I am. Prioritizing, looking rich. Everything to match, to match, to match. But the account is not matching with your future or the desired goal you want. Prioritizing, looking rich. You buy very expensive phone. Very expensive phone. Very expensive phone. You can get a phone cheaper to do the same thing for you. But you buy a very, why? They must know now. I'm using, which of the phone now? Is it Samsung Galaxy or iPhone or whatever it is? You are using an expensive phone that you cannot afford. That you cannot afford. Because you know for you to buy that phone, you literally have to empty your account. You have to empty your account. Prioritizing looking rich, because you need to show one back.
You want to eat? You want to eat?
One back. Prioritizing looking rich on the outside because of the opinion of others. This is what makes many to spend the money they don't have, to buy what they don't need, to please those that don't care. People buy the money they don't have. The people buy things they don't have. So the people they spend the money they don't have by taking loan to buy what they don't need to please people that don't care. You need to die to the opinion of others and dine with your own opinion. Die to the opinion of others, dine with your own opinion. Die with the opinion of others, dine with your own opinion. 15, avoid working on what matters the most. It is important that you prioritize in your life what matters the most. What matters the most. And concentrate your effort on what matters the most. Many people are majoring in minor because they do not know what is most important for them to be rich. They do not know what is important for them to be rich. You must attain financial freedom, rather. You must know what to prioritize. So, for me, for example, my time is too precious. My time is too precious. So I don't have people wasting my time. So if someone wants to see me, if someone comes to my office and he didn't book an appointment, I won't see him. I will not. Because that means, because I didn't have an appointment, he is not in my plan for that day. So if he doesn't respect his own time, and he could leave wherever he is, come to my office and say he wants to see me, not even knowing, what if I'm not around? What if I'm going for a meeting? What if I'm in a training? That means you don't even respect your time. Me, I give priority to my time because I know what I do every day is converting my time to value. So I prioritize time. What do you prioritize? What is important to you? Last week I told you, divide your annual income by 2,000. It will give you an idea of what you are worth per hour. And your goal is to increase your worth per hour. Your goal every year. If your worth per hour last year is 5,000, this year you want to increase it to 10,000. So what do I need to do to increase my earning per hour, or what I'm worth per hour? What do you need to do? Number 16, doing what everyone else is doing. 99% of world population are controlled by the top 1% of the world, who own 99% of the wealth. 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 Doing what everyone else is doing. Everyone is doing it, so you do it. Let me tell you, what everyone else is doing is always defective, because everyone is not wise. Only few people are wise in this world. And someone must be foolish for wisdom to have value. Someone must be foolish for wisdom to have value. Everyone cannot be wise. Everyone will not be wise. So you can't follow what everyone else is doing. In fact, if everyone is doing it, most likely it's not what you should do. In fact, everyone doing it is a sign that that's not what you should do. The fact that everyone is doing it is a sign that that's not what you should do. Because if everyone is doing it, most likely, if not of immense value, doing what everyone else is doing. You can't do what everyone else is doing because everyone is not wise. Majority of people in our world are unwise. Majority of people in our world are unwise. Majority of people in our world are foolish. Please, when I say foolish in this program, foolish is not an insult. Foolish is a state of existence. Foolishness is a state of existence. Just the way you not call a surgeon a carpenter, and the way you will not call a lawyer an engineer, that's the way you will not call a foolish person a wise person, and a wise person a foolish person. Some of your friends and best friends are not wise. They are fools. They're not wise. By the decision they take, you will see they are not wise. But you know they are not wise, but they are still their friends. They're still your close friends. I'm not saying you should chase them away, but you need to give distance to some people and be closer to some people. Why? There is a way the mind of people who are wise work. And if you are wise, it will show in the size of your pocket. If you are wise, it will show in the size of your pocket. If you are wise, it will show in the size of your pocket. That's one of the measures of being wise. Because that means you are taking decisions that commensurate to generating value. That commensurate to generating value. Now, the next one. Now, let me see. I still want to talk about that. Doing what everyone else is doing. Now, doing your best is not what, sorry, number 17, sorry. Doing your best and not what it takes. Number 17. Number 16, doing what everyone else is doing. Number 17, doing your best and not what it takes. So you can say, I've done my best, I've done my best. Your best, is it good enough? Is that what it takes? You could have spent more time, but you say, no, I need to sleep, I need to sleep, I need to sleep, I'm tired. I need to sleep, I need to sleep, I'm tired. Doing your best and not what it takes. You cannot just do your best. If you want to achieve your financial goal, you must be ready to do what it takes. The energy it takes, the time it takes, the knowledge it takes, the knowledge it takes. You must be ready to spend money to acquire the knowledge it takes, or spend time to acquire the knowledge it takes. This is because most of the time, your best might not be good enough to get you to your desired destination. Please note that your best is based on your current capacity, and therefore, your best is based on your current capacity, and therefore, you must become better for your best to improve. So don't say, I've done my best. Don't say, I've done my best. Don't say, I've done my best. What if your best is not good enough? What if your best is not good enough? It's possible, ladies and gentlemen, that your best is not good enough. So you can't say, I have done my best, because your best might not be good enough. Because your best might not be good enough. So a mindset of doing your best, not what it takes, is a mindset that keeps people poor. You should be able to do what is required, what it takes. Burning the midnight oil, firing on all cylinders. If you take it to have some sleepless night, you need to give it that sleepless night. Whatever it takes, you give it, not what you believe is your best. Remember, your best is based on your capacity, and your capacity might not be good enough. Number 18, having no financial goal. Having no financial goal. How can you have no financial goal? Having no financial goal is a mindset that keeps you small. So let me ask you, you want to make money. Have you set down your financial goal? Have you written it down? Have you written it down? Your goal, what you're targeting. Have you written it down? What is your financial goal? 1 million, 2 million, 5 million this year? What's your goal this year? And what is your goal in future? How much do you really want to make? And what do you want to do with it? Because if you don't decide what you want to do with it, you know what will happen? If all you want to do with it is to buy a car and build a house, that is not enough. That is just not thinking about yourself. Just thinking about yourself. Just thinking about yourself. And that's a sign that you are not going to be valuable to your world. Having no financial goal. You need to write down somewhere for you to see every day. You need to write down somewhere for you to see every day. That which you really want to achieve in terms of financial goal. I have done that. You need to do that. What do you want to achieve in terms of financial goal? Write it down somewhere where you can see regularly. Number 19, doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. Someone call it a flavor of lunacy. A flavor of lunacy. Doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. A flavor of lunacy. You need to ensure that you avoid the same mistake that you made before. It's unwise to keep doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. You have not been saving and it keep you broke and you're still not saving. You're saying the money is not enough. Saving is a culture. You're not learning, you're not investing. You say you don't know how to invest. You're not learning about investment. For you to be financially free, to attain financial freedom and be able to afford whatever you want, number one, you must have financial intelligence. That's why we're doing this seminar. Financial intelligence. Financial intelligence. Financial intelligence. Financial intelligence. You must also have a goal and you must have a strategy to achieve it. And we'll be discussing all that in this series. Remember, this series is going to take us at least 6 months. At least 6 months. And we're just in second session. So we still have more than 20 sessions ahead of us. More than 20 sessions ahead of us. Why is this so comprehensive? It's simple. It's for you to have more than enough information needed for you to achieve financial goal. And I can assure you, You know, I said it when we started, that the mindset of attending different seminars and not doing anything about it. If you repeat it in this series, if you allow yourself to repeat in this series, nothing will change you. Nothing will change until you change. Nothing will work in your life until you do the work. So as I'm talking, you'll be hearing me and hearing what I'm not even saying. And the idea is coming to your mind. Note them down. Don't just listen. Note them down and put action to it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Talk more and do less. Talk more and do less. I will do. I will do. Action is more important for you to achieve anything in life. Talk is cheap. Number 20, talking too much and doing less of what you say. Number 21, keep starting new thing every time and not finishing the task or project or goal. This is like a rolling stone that gathers no moss because you are unstable and unable to focus on one thing to achieve a desired result. It's not working. I change it. It's not working. Change it. It's not working. You know, I left banking in 2010. And I've been doing the same thing since 2010. People that knew me then, they will call me now and say, hello, Dele, are you still in that business? They knew me 10 years ago. Are you still in that business? And I'll ask, why are you asking if I'm still in the business? Because he has done 10 business in 10 years. He has done 10 businesses in 10 years. Rolling stone that gather no moss. Rolling stone that gather no moss. Rolling stone that gather no moss. Trying different things, not focusing and staying true with one, and give it your best shot. Number 22, be replaceable. Being easily replaceable is a mindset that keeps people poor. You are given a task to do, you are working, instead of you to put in your best such that if you are not the one doing that thing, everybody will know you are not around because of the way you give it your best. You make yourself easily replaceable. You need to strive to become almost indispensable in your job or in your business. The kind of business I do, we always strive to be ahead of competition. And sincerely, sometimes we don't even see the competition. Why? Because we always be the best. Do something new. Innovate. Finding something that works and then stop doing it. Many people do this because they are unwilling to pay the price. Number 23, finding something that works and stop doing it. For example, reading, learning works. Reading and learning works. If you read and you learn and you apply it, I can assure you. Let me tell you what learning does to you. When you keep learning and learning and learning and learning and applying it, because when you learn, your brain expands, you grow in your mind. It influences your decision. You just notice that you take some decision. There's some things you just do naturally. There's something you just do. By virtue of the knowledge, it affects the way you live. It affects the things you do. For example, someone is angry. You can live a life without anger. If you know the implication of anger, the knowledge of the implication of anger can make you. It can damage you. It can destroy you. When you are unhappy, when you make yourself sad, you're angry with people, you're fighting, animosity. So that knowledge of the impact on you will make you, if you really understand the implication, you will naturally be loving and care. Even when someone offends you, you easily forgive because you know the implication, no matter what the person has done. No matter what the person has done. Because you know the implication. Because you know the implication. Because you know the implication. That is what learning does to you. Number 24, assuming you're always right. Assuming you're always right. This is not a good way to live. No man is an island of knowledge. We are all work in progress. You're not better than anyone. Please, you're not better than anyone. You're not better than anyone. If you have money more than them, you're just privileged. By virtue of decision you take, by virtue of the information that came across your way. So don't see yourself as being better than anyone. There's always a room to improve, to learn. The fact that you are broke and do not have enough to meet your need is a sign that you are ignorant in a particular area. And please know that ignorance is a gift. It keeps you humble to want to learn. So if you embrace this humility, you will be better for it. Ignorance is a gift. It keeps you humble to want to learn. Nobody knows it all. In fact, God created us in a way that we are interdependent as human beings. Deliberately. So nobody can claim he doesn't need the other person. We all need each other. Number 25, making money and spending more than you make. You are making money, you are spending more than you make. This is a recipe for poverty. Living beyond your means by taking things on credit, by taking an apartment beyond your capacity is a recipe for poverty. Taking an apartment and praying and fasting when rent is due. You have 12-month notice on rent. But when rent is due, you are running up and down. You are actually biting more than you can chew. You are taking on what you cannot afford. That's why you're always afraid when rent is due, because you can't afford it. So you have to borrow. So you are spending more than you earn. That's not a good way to live. That's not a good way to live. That keeps you in debt. That keeps you in debt. Spending more than you earn is a recipe for poverty. As a matter of fact, your rent, listen to this. Your rent should not be more than 20% of your annual income. If your annual income is $1 million, if your annual income is 600, your rent should not be more than 20% of your annual income. No more than 20%. If you get to 30, 40, you will not have money for other things. You will not have money for other things. If you earn $1 million, your rent in a year should not be more than 200. It should not be more than 200. If you earn 600 in a year and you are taking a rent of 200, that's over 30%. That's 33%. That's not good. Rent of over 200, that is not good. Those are the things that make you to be under financial stress. Rent should not be more than 20% of your annual income, so as to give room for savings and for other expenses. So as to give room for saving and other expenses. Look at another mindset. Money is the root of all evil. This is a terrible mindset and wrong interpretation of scripture that is making many believers to be broke. Saying money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. Rather, it's the love of money that is the root of all evil, because the love of money makes you to be desperate to do anything for money. Desperate to do anything for money. Now, look at this one. Preferring to get a low quality product because of cost. Preferring to get a low quality product because of cost. If you get that low quality, it will get spoiled tomorrow, you go and spend more money. You get spoiled tomorrow, you go and spend more money. you get spoiled tomorrow and you're going to spend more money. You're going to spend more money. Buying utilities on retail rather than wholesale. When you buy things on wholesale, you spend less money. Let me give you an example. You know you drink pure water regularly. Instead of buying a bag, you're buying one by one. Every time you go and buy one. You go and buy one. Calculate what you spend at the end. You are spending more. If you buy a bag, it's cheaper than you spend. You want to drink bottled water? You buy 100, 200, 100. But you can buy a 12 in a carton for 800, 900 naira, or even 1,000 naira. But when you do one, you spend 1,200 because you are trying to buy things retail. You actually spend more when you do retail. But for things you use regularly, get it in bulk. It's the mindset that you don't want to spend money, don't spend money. Whereas you don't know you're actually spending more. Just the way you buy fake things. And this happened to me recently. This happened to me recently. This happened to me recently. You know, I've used a particular earpiece, and I will close on this note. I've used a particular earpiece since 2020 September till early this year for a phone. So I bought a new phone, and unfortunately, it didn't come with an earpiece. So I ended to go and buy earpiece. So when I went to price from where I know they sell original, I feel it was too expensive. I can get it cheaper somewhere else. Guess what? I went to buy the cheaper one. I actually bought 3 cheaper ones. I went back to buy that original. And when I look at the money I spent for those 3 cheaper ones, it was more than the original I was trying to avoid. It was more than the original I was trying to avoid. It's not a good mindset. It makes you to spend more and waste money. It makes you to spend more and waste money. I will run through all of them because of those just joining, and then we discuss. Mindset that keep you poor. Number 1, starting to work on how to make money tomorrow rather than today. Number 2, reading a lot of books but doing nothing about it. Number 3, taking advice from poor people or those that are like you. Number 4, failing once and quitting forever. Number 5, thinking that the world is fair. Thinking that the world is fair. Number 6, blaming your circumstances and complaining about things that you can't control. Number 7, waiting and praying for God to come and do everything for you. Number 8, expecting others to save you and help you get rich. Number 9, valuing other people's opinion rather than opinion of God about you. Number 10, avoiding any form of discomfort. 11, tolerating mediocrity about yourself and others. Number 12, making promises to yourself and breaking the promise. Number 13, waiting for perfect condition to act. Number 14, prioritizing looking rich rather than being rich. Number 15, avoiding working on what matters the most. Number 16, do what everybody is doing. Number 17, doing your best rather than doing what it takes. Number 18, having no financial goal. Number 19, doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. Number 20, talking more and doing less. 21, keep starting new things every time and not finishing any task or project or goal. 22, being replaceable, being easily replaceable. 23, finding something that works and then stop doing it. Finding something that works and stop doing it. Number 24, assuming that you are always right. Number 25, making money and spending everything. Spending more than you earn. Number 26, seeing money as the root of all evil. And number 27, preferring to buy low quality product rather than because of cost Number 28. Buying things on retail rather than wholesale. Next week, we're going to be discussing developing abundant mindset. You know, the Bible says, I wish above all things that thou may prosper and be in health, even as thou so prosper. If you don't have an abundant mindset, to improve on what we discussed today, if you do not have an abundant mindset, you will be doing a lot, but you will be getting so little because of the poverty mindset that you have. Any question? Let me hear from you today. Thank you for joining. Kasmi Dasi. Good evening. What have you learned today? Kasmi Dasi. I hope I pronounce your name very well. Go ahead. I can see you're on mute, but I can't hear you. Dasi? It's like Dasi is Dasi? Why are you? Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, please. Hello, can you hear me? Dasi, I can't hear you. Maybe you should go out and come. Maybe you should go out and come in again. The line is cracking. Let me hear from Christiana. Good evening. Hello, Christiana. Hello, Christiana. What did you learn tonight? Christiana, can you hear me? Christiana, Toby. Okay. Deborah. Good evening, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Can you hear me? Hello? Deborah, I can't hear you.
Good evening, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now.
Yes, thank you very much for tonight, sir. Actually, this today's topic hits me hard because at the point I feel guilty. Sir?
You judge.
Yes, it hits me very, very hard. I should not lie about, especially that point where you said prioritizing your needs. Like you have the money, you just spend, you don't know what to do. But I realized that okay, we have to learn every day to get better. So the point where you said that not everybody is wise and you should not take advice from people like in our range, take people advice. So some wouldn't it be like you are being proud when your mates
Only that when you need advice, you take advice from people who are better than you, not from people that are like you. They won't know now. Should be you are the one looking for advice. You are looking for advice. You're not talking to them about it now.
yeah.
First, so they won't know. Does not mean you have to jettison them entirely, but you want to spend more time and hear from people who you know can talk about it because they've experienced it. The issue is the thinking. There's a level of all of us as humans, at every level where we are in life,
Yeah.
the thinking that kept us to that level. So if you want to improve from that level, then we need a different kind of thinking. And if you don't interact with people who you want to be like, then it becomes difficult for you to attain it. So you need to talk to people that will be advice. So you can't. I have mentors that I paid to have access to them, as in I paid them heavily to have access to them. Why? Because I need to have access to them. I need relationship with them because of the way they think.
Okay. So I have a question about you said waiting like among the list are waiting for the right time.
Yes.
Like for now for my I'm into I have passion more in my music. Though I'm studying law, but I've seen my strength in my music. There are times where if you they say don't fight for being relevant. And there are times that you have to actually wait. Know our Christianity, wait for God's time. And when you try to make a move or to say, oh, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma, I sing, and can I, in case you're having a program, people try to think that, oh, you are being forward, or you're not waiting for God's time. So in this scenario, how for me,
Can you hear me?
how can I? Yes, sir.
Now, I get your point. Let me explain. Let me tell, for those that are into music, let me tell you what you must do. Number one, you are the light of the world. You are not the light of a church.
Hmm.
Don't sing just for the church or religious. Sing to be a blessing to the world.
Hmm.
Sing a song that speaks to situation around, that a Muslim can listen to, an atheist can listen to, and be inspired.
Hmm. Hmm.
You are the light of the world, not the light of a church, not the light of a small group of people. So you want to sing songs that appeal to different areas of human endeavor. The challenge of many Christians is that
Hmm.
ourselves in the church, so we forgot that we are the light of the world, and that my art, my music, should be able to appeal to people outside my sphere of religion. So my recommendation for you is take time to think, pray, look at
Yes, sir.
skills in the society that you are passionate about, you see it change, and get inspiration songs in those areas. Go and sing it, put it online, share it. Just keep doing your own thing. Don't worry. There is an all-seeing eye looking at you. There's an all-seeing eye looking at you, seeing every effort you are doing, all that you are doing. And at the right time, you will manifest. Don't wait for someone to give you a platform, create one for yourself. Do not wait for someone to give you a platform, create one for yourself. So don't, it's not that it's bad for you to talk about the fact that if someone have an event, you can come and sing there. It's not bad, but you don't even need that, in my opinion. If they become your work will speak for itself. But in short, whenever you got the inspiration, write down the music, go to the studio, do it very well, put it online, share it. Let it be on iTunes, let it be on different music platforms, share it. Ensure it's well shared. Ensure it's well shared. So it's people that will begin to look for you afterwards. Just ensure you are a blessing with your music and keep sending. Just keep. But please don't sing for a church, don't sing for any organization, sing for the world to be blessed. So that means if there are, and this is why you must, what are the ills in the society that I don't like, that I will see change, and how do I make a song? My song can appeal to you, make you to think about your life, make you to think about righteousness, and I won't mention God, I won't mention Jesus, and it will make you to think about righteousness. Why? Because of message songs that will appeal to anybody. And I'm the light of the world, not the light of Christians. Does not mean I won't sing Christian songs, that's okay. But you know, Christian community is very small. Very, very small.
Yes.
But you are the light of the world. So you must have a song that appeals to everybody. So let me give you an example. You know Timi Dakolo?
Yes, sir.
Asha?
Yes, sir.
Are the kind of people you want to follow. Those who, to a large extent, have made a mark in the industry and they don't have to behave like others. And they sing for occasion. There are some weddings today. This wedding is not complete without singing some Timi Dakolo songs. Even national events in Nigeria, national events, there are national events in Nigeria, they will sing that song. This is a man who sang for Nigeria. That's the kind of person you want to be. That's the kind of person you want to be.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so leave the platform. Don't worry about it. If you sense, someone is going to come to you one day and tell you, That's why I said there's an all-seeing eye. It's going to come and tell you, look, can we partner? I will give you access. I will use my platform and we'll agree and share the proceeds because he has a big platform and he like your voice, he like your art, and he like your music. But if you don't put yourself out there, they won't know. Once you put yourself out there, so every month or every quarter you are releasing a song. And you are giving your best shot, addressing something in an area, relationship, marriage, friends, children, anything. It depends on what you want to talk about, what you want to address in society, based on the inspiration you receive. But ensure you are light of the world, not the light of the church. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I really understand. God bless you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Jerry. Good evening. Hello, Jerry. Good evening. Okay, Darcy, can you speak now? Hello, Darcy.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I've just saw the meeting and I catch up. It's my very first time joining, and I learned a lot of things.
It's Pastor Cap.
I can't hear you again.
So what? It should really be a great achievement. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm trying to. The line. What I think you can do, I really would love to hear from you. Drop your message in the chat. I will read it out because it's not clear, but I really would like to hear from you. Drop what you are trying to say in the chat, and I will read it out. Jerry, good evening, Jerry.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a part you mentioned that shocked me.
What's that?
I don't know. The part you said, Mr. Financial, if you are staying in a house that is more than 20% of our monthly income.
Please do something about it. Very important. Do something about it. It's either you grow your income or you change the location. You find another place so you can have enough to save. Because if you don't save and invest, you can't grow your income. You can't attain financial freedom if you don't save and invest. So if you are now earning and you are spending all of them because your rent is high, it's not a good way. So either you improve on yourself to grow your earning so you can reduce that percentage, or you change location to reduce that cost. Either way, it's wiser that way. I don't know if I'm making sense.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Esther, good evening. Esther, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, Esther. Okay, I think Esther is not. Justina. Hello, Justina. Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Justina. How are you? Go ahead. Tell me what you learned today. Justina, go ahead. Justina, I can't hear you. Are you there?
Good
Good evening.
evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
The class, I learned a lot, and one of those things that I learned is where you talked about reading a lot of books but doing nothing about them.
Mm.
There is this tendency when you attend classes like a class like this, when you read books and then you are gingered, you have that burning zeal to do what you've read, to do what you've listened to. But then maybe after 2 days, 3 days,
Yeah.
that desire, what you read. I think that is waiting for the perfect time
Yeah.
to start.
I can't hear you again, Justina.
Making money and spending things on it. Okay, I said like
I can't hear you again.
so okay, hello.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was just trying to talk about other points that spoke to me. So how everything's done and something I was to go over and think about and work on. So thank you very much for the class. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, so he has dropped a message. He said, I learned something tonight as regard finance. And that is, you talk about doing it now rather than doing it tomorrow. I learned that one should talk less and do more. Yes, talk is cheap. Also, you also said that I should have savings and investment. We should be able to have at least 6 months savings. COVID already confirmed this. I mean, COVID, some people could not find it for during COVID because some people were retrenched, some people, the organization was not paying, some people, so many issues that people faced during COVID. COVID already told us that it's very unwise today for anyone not to have savings. As in, because, I mean, COVID already told us and showed us the fact that it's possible to lock down and then the work stop, salary can stop. Some organizations reduce salary by half, different kind of measure just to keep afloat even during COVID. So that's a sign, an example for every one of us. So I also learned that I should be able to connect with people that will make me better. Yes, connect with people that will make you better. Don't ensure you have people in your life that are better than you. That they are already at the place you want to go. You also said that poverty mindset is looking rich and working to be rich. There's so many people looking rich. You know, there's so much deception in society, particularly on social media. Fake it till you make it. There was a story of a lady some time ago. This lady posts in front of a house. There is a house. Apparently, it's not a house. Eventually, the owner of the house saw it, saw the post, and the owner of the house arrested her and told her to come and confess on again. He came to confess again on what's the name? On online, and they post it on the same platform that he lied. It's not his house. It's not a house. That's how terrible it has been in our society. Fake it till you make it. You know? Mark Eden, good evening. What did you learn tonight? Mark Eden, good evening. Are you there?
Oh, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm still trying to pick my table. It's scattered at the moment.
Wait, though, I don't understand. Wait.
It's a figure of speech.
No. Wondering what exactly
Okay, and one more thing I want to add to this to the figure of speech is that anyone coming here should be prepared with their bulletproof, especially, yeah. everyone should be prepared with a bulletproof for this session because it's going to eat you. I think I overheard Deborah saying that and the thing was just eating her. I don't know. Maybe we should count the number of bullets on our body and on mine before we say, okay, who the bullets eat the most. I think it's a very, very important session. Tonight's session and last week's session is not just about finance, it's about living a productive life for me. It is more of someone who wants to live a productive life, and you can't live a productive life without, taking out a balanced financial lifestyle. So that's where this got me. But a couple of things I was proud of myself to an extent. At least at the beginning, the bullets were just coming through and passing through. It got to a point, okay, I was like, this one, I can shake this one off. I can shake this one off. So it's just to improve on other points that you've raised and being able to do very well. So when it comes to, you said something about when you earn let's say like less than 600,000 naira as a salary in a year, you're paying 200,000 naira as a rent.
Yes. You should not
that's like that's not advisable.
Not advisable. It will not allow you to be able to save.
Okay, let's try to be more practical with that scenario.
Okay.
When one find himself or herself, I know for sure that house rent in Lagos State right now, it's on the high side, like very, very on the high side. It definitely means that individual earning around 600,000 naira in a year should actually find a way to work close to the home. Because if you want to move to a location where you are going to get an accommodation that is as cheap as below 200,000, it means that you'll be staying in almost a remote location of Lagos.
Not necessarily.
And that's even
not necessarily.
Except you want to scout with someone.
So you have just answered the question. It's funny for you to think you must be the one to pay it in full. It's funny. It's funny, particularly when you're not married. Particularly when you are not married. Why should you pay in full? Why should you even live alone? Why should you even live alone? Why should you live alone? Why can't you share it? When I was a bachelor, I'd never pay rent until I was ready to marry. I never pay rent. And I didn't stay with my parents. I was staying with friends.
Okay.
I was staying with friends. And my friends, they already paid the rent. By the time I got there, I just support with other things in the house. I was staying with friends. I did not pay on. I got married. I got out in April. I got married in October. You know? So you can if you're married now, your wife can now come and be able to pay and get something more higher. But if you why did you cost of rent? Only you. So you can, that's one. Number two, there are still places in Lagos. It will be very convenient and very nice, but there are places in Lagos, if someone is earning 600,000, Lagos, you pay 120 and it's not far away. I live in Akoka, and this is Akoka. Far inside, I can get for 120. You understand? So it's possible.
Yes.
Why do I say that? Already, that this is a principle you must live by, and that you can't exceed particular cost, then you have to find a way to work around it. But if you can work around it, you want to do it. If you don't do it, at the end of the day, it won't do for you because it won't allow you to have savings. I'll see later on insurance and health insurance. There are a lot of factors that can help you reduce life, and you need to do something. If you don't do all those things, it's just like someone he has 4 5 and he doesn't have insurance. How will you and you don't have health insurance? Why will you not have health insurance? Every time and children easily fall sick. Children fall sick. Whereas you could get an amount every year and you have a lot of short stuff. It just knowledge of things that you can apply. You know when I told you I was working with my friend. I was a banker. So I was earning very well. But yet I was cutting my friends. Do you understand? Because I was asking myself, what
Yeah.
like I get the house? I was 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. When I come back, what am I doing? It's just principle that just ensure that look, I cannot afford to just spend money. There must be something that guide the way I spend money so I can minimize my cost as much as possible. Go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah, I actually thought of sharing that
I can't hear you.
as your response to come with. I said I was going to raise that as an option, but I wanted it to come from you,
Okay.
since you are the one explaining that to us. So it's fine. I think that has been explained to everyone listening. And another thing is on the fact that you buy things in
bulk.
unit price. And yeah, for me, is something I actually hate. In fact, it's pinched me in my body anytime I'm buying something in units. I don't know.
Okay.
I find it like I feel being cheated.
Yeah.
So naturally, I hate buying things in the unit price. I remember some time ago I went to one of the supermarkets in my area and I was buying stuff like Omo and things I'm supposed to use at home.
Mm.
In fact, I didn't realize that those things will even last me like almost half of the year before until I started using it. I just thought that, I'm not going to the supermarket to get this one. So I still have enough. So I remember the man telling me that I don't need all these. Why am I buying so much? And I'm like, I don't like coming back to buy and then you tell me that the price has changed. Every time I come around, the price is always increasing. So let me just buy now and save the cost for the future.
Mm.
So I think is a practice that, in fact, why before this session I was still thinking of calling my brother. Okay, let's know the cost of a bag of rice, and I know if I buy a bag of rice, 1 year I'm still eating it. So, and if you look at it in the market, a bag of a cup of rice, maybe 3 cup of rice, is being sold for almost 1,000 naira.
That is why the rich get richer.
And you are buying, and you're going to buy a bag for less than 30,000 naira. So if you buy 30 cups, you have bought a bag, which is less than even half of a bag itself in volume. But in cost, you have spent more than the cost of buying a bag. So that's way. These things get me angry. So for me, I don't buy in a unit price. So except I'm in an emergency situation. Okay, this thing has finished and I've not gone to the market or something, and I needed one. I just go to the store. Even while I'm doing that, I'm feeling the pain. The thing is itching me in my body. I'm spending this amount of money when I could have done better going to the market to buy in wholesale. So for me, I think I have a pass in that, but on almost everything you said today, it's like you are doing that session on me, and you are now telling them, everybody, come and see Makati. This is this part and that part. That part is not doing this part, and I'm like, wow, interesting. Well, the goal of this session is for us to improve, and definitely there will be improvements. So, and one more thing for Deborah, you said something about is I actually picked an interest in what you said to her, that she should not sing for.
Don't sing for church, you sing for the
Just,
world.
In addition, a lot of Christians in this session, please note that what you are doing in church is a service. It's not your calling, though.
Yeah.
So your calling, go out there. He said, go ye out into the whole world, not inside the church. So, and like you said, I just like that aspect of don't do things because you want to target one little community of people.
Yes.
Like what we started in Create Initiative, I was still explaining to someone today that yes, we registered the name Create Initiative as an NGO, but it's not operating with the mindset of NGO. What we want to do is we want to capture everybody. And we don't want to go in the name of Jesus, Jesus by Jesus' word. No, you must be born again. No, that's not our approach. We want to be able to capture everybody, and to be able to capture everybody, we need to solve everybody's need without saying you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, or you are an Hindu. So all these things. So she should just go ahead and sing. Like, okay, I was going to mention I was thinking about Timi Dakolo before you even mentioned him. There was a program I listened to, I think in 2006, when he just released this song about Nigeria, that year. In the history of Nigeria, there had never been an occasion where an artist is called in a political gathering, and that artist will sing a song, and they will ask that artist to repeat that song because that song, everybody felt it.
During debate.
So I don't know what happened. I was fortunate to be watching the program live. Even myself, I was crying while listening to the song. I was feeling that touch of Nigeria needs a change.
Yeah.
And these guys rose up, clapped for him, and after clapping, they demanded that he repeat that song.
You don't know how many doors those songs have opened for him.
These are politicians, which means that these people can be touched.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Because everyone, these are politicians that will naturally, if you go to church, they will just listen to you sharply and please talk, let's go. But this one minister to them. It's it on their pain.
Yeah.
It's on their pain. And I think for us as believers also, I was in a seminar yesterday, and one of the panelists said something. She's a specialist in customer service. I think we need to grab knowledge in those areas too, because no matter the area of specialization or calling you've been given, the talents you've been given, you must acquire knowledge that are not directly, because you're going to be dealing with people. You need to understand people.
Yeah.
And you must understand that your calling is to serve people.
Yeah.
And if you're going to serve people, you must understand what customer service is.
Yeah.
This person was saying something like, if you want to really do business, you must do the business in such a way that you don't do business with the mindset of your customer does not understand what they need until they start using it. You must do it with the mindset of whatever you are doing is for their own satisfaction, not for your own satisfaction.
Yeah.
So you must study the need of your customer, and I think that will give her an idea of what she needs to do about the song she wants to write, the focus and area she wants to sing. I was talking to my friend who happens to be an instrumentalist. This guy can play a lot of music, and I was telling him, guy, you are just wasting away.
Yeah.
I've never seen your song. I've never seen your play. I've never seen. So what are you doing? And you are seeing me. You are relating with me. I can relate with you when you say sometimes we need to give them a distance. And I think that's the truth.
All right, thank you very much.
We need to give them a distance. I only have a friend, and place of what even someone who is non-church member related with us. I mean, related to me as she was calling me. She was asking after my friend, and she said, "What about your brother?" I was like, "Do you know my brother?" I said, "No, now this person." I was like, sorry, I didn't know that that's the person you are referring to. So you must have people that you talk to with respect to what you do, because you can't keep discussing with people of the same standards. You will not go far. Yeah. So that's my own point for Deborah and for every other person. Thank you very much for a wonderful session tonight. Thanks, sir.
Someone said, you said divide your salary by 2,000. That will show you your worth. Yes, it's your word per hour. Your word per hour. You need to, how much are people willing to pay? You have gone to speak in places, and I speak for 1 hour. And when they pay, I'm always calculating, okay, so if I've spent this number of time and this is what people are paying per hour, I need to do something that will make them to pay much more than that. That's why sometimes if some people invite me, if what they want to pay is lower than what I believe I'm worth per hour, I won't honor it. I won't. I will tell them I would rather not, even though they're going to pay, because I would do better with my time on myself rather than honoring that kind of invitation. I had a very serious battle with a particular banker last year on this issue. He wanted me to come and do something for them in Port Harcourt. And I've told them we need to agree on what you're paying. I know you're not, I'm not charging you a normal fee, but there's a minimum you have to pay if you're paying me on honorarium. And we had a day before, he now started, it was who win me. And thinking because it's a day before, I won't want to disappoint. I told them, I'm not going to go to that if you don't send me a mail on what I told you I'm going to collect. A day before, and he had booked a ticket. And I told him, I'm not going to go. We had to send that mail that night. And then I went to the airport the next day because he had booked the ticket and the hotel already. So you must know what you're worth. You must be keen on it and ensure you keep improving yourself so you can increase what your 1 hour is worth. What your 1 hour is worth. Justina said about looking rich, argue that it is a way of building your personal brand. That even if you don't have it, it's good rich. And about starting something new and not finishing, there are starter and there are finisher. I have someone that said that before. Now let me read the first one. I'm not saying you should not look good in the way you dress. I'm saying don't go and borrow to look rich when you cannot. So the people here are borrowing to look rich and going into debt to look rich. You can look good and dress well without necessarily looking rich in the way you want it. So if you believe you have to look rich when you're not, you're going to be incurring debt. That's not wisdom. That is not wisdom. You know, I'm a business person. Most of the things I use, my business pay for it. Why? Because my business can afford to pay for it. When my business cannot afford to pay for it, I don't use them. I don't use them. And I don't have any apology for that. So if I don't pay my phone bill, I don't pay my phone bill. I don't pay most of my bill because I built a business that can take care of it. And that will not affect my salary because I built a business to do that. But before I build that business, I will wear what I can wear. I will do what I need to do. Because look, if you are doing things to please people in this life, you just realize that at the end of the day, you realize that nobody's looking at you. So I'm not saying you should not look good. I'm only saying personal branding is good. You dress well, you look nice, but you don't have to borrow to look rich. If you can't afford it, stay at your level. Don't go and borrow and incur debt on it. About starting, some people are starter and finisher. Okay, so you start a business, you leave it midway because you have a challenge. Someone else come and finish. Who will finish it? Who will finish it? Give me an example of what you start and someone else will finish. You start, if you say, okay, you start a business, when you start and it's now running, someone else continue to run it, and you go and start another one. I can understand because the business is still running, the business is not dying. There are people like that who will start a business. After 2 years, they put it in charge of a CEO and go and start something new because they like adventuring. They are still having a share in that other company and they're still a major owner there, but they hire a CEO who will drive it. That is okay. But saying I start a business, it's not doing well, I drop it and say there's a finisher that, who is the finisher that will come and do it? So by saying a finisher, so you need to give me an example, maybe Justina, maybe that will help. Senator. Senator. Oh yeah, let me hear from my senator. Senator of the Federal Republic, good evening.
Yes, I get it, sir.
I know you didn't join early. Any question for me today?
Yes, so I didn't join any, but I see how.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question, but time has gone, so let me just talk about a few. Okay, let's start from. I think the last, I don't know her name, that spoke last. We talk about like singing music and all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes, in as much as it's a good idea that you are not focused on singing for the kingdom, but also for the world. But I think it's important that one should also take note of your niche, where you are called, and where your gift is going to serve you. Because it's not just singing in the whole world. It's not, the goal should not just be about either, because it should be matter that even Christian songs are not just being listened to by Christians alone. Because people like Joseph, people by they are singing, and because okay, there was even this album that one of these pastors sang. I think when there's one album that was released recently that got a broke record on, I think, Boomplay. So I feel like it's hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm not saying you should not sing. You are talking like I said you should not sing Christian song. That's not what I said. I said he is the light of the world, not the light of the church. That means while you are singing in church, if you are called in that place, also ensure you sing songs that affect other area of life, that you are passionate about. You are gifted. You can sing different songs. You are gifted as a musician. You can sing rap. You can sing Afrobeat. There's different song you can sing if you are gifted as a musician. The area you now focus on depends on what you believe you want the song to address in the society, not just in the church. So don't stop your singing in the church, continue, but ensure that you reach out beyond the four walls of the church. That's what I'm saying. So you're talking like I'm saying because you're not singing in church. I know there are Christians that blow now. I'm not saying you should not. I'm only saying that the challenge I have many Christians is that they focus too much on, and that is limiting them. And you don't act like a musician. Look, I think the challenge for many of us is we don't see that our gifting for the world. The church is part of the world we are reaching. So it's just a consequence, maybe 2%, 3%, 5% of our constituency. But there are consistency of youth, there are consistency of old, there are consistency of gay, there are consistency of lesbian, there are different consistencies in this world. So don't focus on one area. Don't say, you can't tell me you are gifted to church. That's not what the Bible says. Christ says you are the light of the world. So you can't tell me you are gifted to church. You can say you are the light of the world. You are the light of the church. I don't know if I make sense.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, let me come to my own question now, because that's just by the way. Well, yes, I came in late, but I still have a number of questions. Okay, let me just ask the most important question. We talked about not spending all your salary and you try to save and all of that. Well, some people have brought a contrary opinion that that's in an ideal system, but in a country like Nigeria, that may not work, and there are reasons. Number one, and things are valid. One of the reasons was like in Nigeria, over the years, it has been found out that the purchasing power of the naira reduces by almost 20% per year. So you saving your money, and it's actually a personal concern to me, because I feel like saving sometimes may not
Hold on.
smart move.
Hold on. A goal of saving, not to keep money in the bank, is to be able to have money to invest. We'll get to that later. Goal of saving, to leave the money in the bank, is to be able to invest. Go ahead.
But by keeping the money for you to invest, it's still losing value at that point. There's no.
Which one is better?
Because,
hold on now. Which one is better? You don't have a seed to sow to grow because the seed is depreciating. You don't have a seed to sow, or you have a seed you can sow. So you can't say because the money is depreciating, you're not going to save. The reason for saving is to be able to invest, because if you not invest, you beat inflation. Why do you not beat inflation when you're not investing at all and you don't have savings? So you can't say, because it's not why the goal of saving is not to keep money. But that's why you have the goal. Okay, maybe when it gets to this amount, then you invest. But you say you will not save at all because inflation affecting is unwise. But that means if anything happens today, there's no way to address it because you can't save it anyway. Is there a way to live? That's not a way to live. You are giving an excuse of inflation. Your rent is coming. You don't have money to pay your rent because you are spending all your money because you say there's inflation. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have savings to take care of your rent. The rent is 12-month notice. It's when the rent is due that you go up and down because you didn't save, because you are saying there's inflation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. But rent is like, I feel like rent is like basic. It's almost like food.
No. Don't remove it. It's part of the saving. No, Victor, don't remove it. It's part of the saving. It's part of the saving. Either it's basic or no basic. It's part of the saving. If you don't save, you'll not be able to pay your rent. You are saying because of inflation, spend all the money. You don't want to invest. Because you can't be investing in small money you are getting them. It won't make sense. It makes sense if you can save it together and invest. But if you now say we invest because everybody giving that excuse, a lame excuse. Very lame excuse. No matter the level of inflation, you still must save for you to be able to invest and become financially stable. So you can't say because if I save, the money is reduced. But you still have to save. How will you get the seed that you're going to save for investment? You don't have a choice. You have to save. The value is depreciating, no doubt, correct. In the last 1 year, Naira depreciated by 20%. Yes, at least you still have the 80% left. If you don't save, you will not even have the 80%. So now begin to invest. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So there's the argument that even investment itself is a two-way thing. It can either go right or go south. So there's no guarantee that even
Sorry,
after you save that money, you're going to pay off.
Hello, Victor. Sorry, I'm cutting you. I don't want to forget. There are investments that are safe, and I will talk about that when we get there. There are investments that you are sure you will get. The return might be smaller, but there are investments that is sure you will get. Fixed deposit is an investment, and you are sure you will get it. There are the investment that are very secure. The return is low, but it's better to get that return than get nothing. It's better to get that return. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, yes, okay. Now you said the returns like they're safe, but returns are little. So by the time you remove inflation and the return, at the end of the day, your money is still the same. So your money is not really growing.
I'll go back again. So let's look at it.
What's the point there?
Hold on. I saved 100K. I invested. I got 10% per annum. I have 110,000, but there is inflation of 20%. So 20% on my money, reduce it to be about 90-something thousand. But if I don't save, I don't have 90-something thousand. If I save and I don't invest, I will have 80,000. So whichever way you look at it, saving and investing is still better off. Whichever way you look at it. So at the end of the day, what I will have done by investing is I will have reduced the impact of inflation rather than not having impact at all, or rather not even having saving at all. Do you understand my argument? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, I got it, sir.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes, sir. So there's one point that I think when you're listening some of the principles or the point that I missed, you said believing that the world is fair. I think maybe I'll go and listen to it because I missed that part. I don't know what that entails because I personally think that the world is food.
People believe because they are good, everybody.
Yes, I feel like
because the world is not fair, that's why you mitigate it. So when you are investing, for example, if I invest, for example, in a farm, I know that what's the name? Aturiara, Fulani herdsmen can enter the farm. I will insure the farm. Because the world is not fair. I will insure the farm. I will insure my risk. Because I won't say because I'm a good person, people will enter my farm. That's a lie. They will enter and they will eat.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, sir, for that response. So okay, also too, you talking about someone's talking about rent and how you should save. You should not live in an accommodation that is income. But you said that okay, why not squat with the person? But some people like their privacy. So why should you live with someone when?
Hold on.
Because living.
I like your question, Victor. You like your privacy, but your privacy you are keeping is keeping you poor. It's not making you to have savings. Is that wisdom? Which privacy do you like? When you have money, you can get your privacy. You see this one, you don't have money, you cannot have privacy. How can you give privacy when you don't have money? What privacy is that one? That's foolishness. So you gotta use all your salary to rent a place, and then any little thing happens, you don't have any money to be able to handle it because you want privacy. It's privacy you. That's it. You're very correct. These are mindset that are making people to take those kind of decisions. You're very, very correct. You want their privacy, but the privacy is keeping them poor. If that's unwise, that's foolishness. But I know people do it, and you're very correct.
Okay, sir. So also I think almost like second to the last question is that you talked about having like financial intelligence as something that is key for everyone to have. And you said that you in particular that you pay mentors so that they can get access to them on how to manage resources. But I feel like that is a luxury because not everybody can afford that. So those that cannot afford to pay mentors to guide them.
But I have mentors I don't pay also now. I have mentors that I don't pay also now. I have other mentors that I don't pay a dime to them. But I can buy gift for them maybe at the end of the year or something. So you don't wait till because if you can afford to become close to someone because of the cost involved, look for the other. There are other people now around you that you can engage, that you can talk to, that you can advise you while you are waiting to make money to be able to reach out to other people you are not able to reach out to. So you don't have to go for the one that will be expensive, or the one that you can't afford, or the one that will ask you to pay because of the value of their time, and they won't be able to give you their time to mentor you if you don't pay. But there are people that are willing to do it. Why don't you consider that first? So don't wait for that now. There's other options. I have other mentors that are not like okay.
Oh, okay, sir. So, and you talked about also that that some of us have a number of friends that are very foolish. That that will,
Very, very unwise.
that will be surprised at their level of foolishness. That's a sign of wisdom is your pocket. But I
Yes.
feel like but I feel like money itself or cash or anything is liquid. Like it goes and comes. It's not that your friend does not have money today does not really tell you much about the person because
That's not true. When I was a student on campus, I don't know if there's any Igbo here. Let me see if there's any Igbo here. Do you know what they call me? What my roommate called me? He called my boss, Oshimiria Tata. Oshimiria Tata. Do you know what that means?
yes, the river that does not run dry.
That's what my roommate called me, because anytime he need money, we borrow money from him. Anytime he need money, we borrow, and he will know if we can borrow money. You understand? Students on campus. So don't say that. Don't say the fact that there is a way the person behaves, even if he doesn't have something at his level, that he's still able to manage the little he has. This thing is not we are looking at, oh, because it doesn't have to, they don't matter. No. If it doesn't have to, he has. How is he managing that? It's not about the amount. It's the more. As a student, not that I have so much, but as a student, I don't go to the restaurant. I buy food and I cook. So all that make me to reduce cost because I was very mindful of all the costs I incur. So not that I have so much money when he says but the little I get from home, I ensure I have something to keep aside and ensure I invest. Do you understand? So it's not really about the amount. It's a mindset. It's just a mindset that you carry with you and help you in the process of that. So it's a mindset.
Thank you, sir. I'm really interested in this investment because this inflation is something I'm thinking about for a long
time. Remember, we are on this for 6 months now, so we're just starting. All right, thank you very much, everyone. See you next week. Have a wonderful